Friends, while doing phacoemulsification under topical anesthesia, sometimes we come across a patient who is very uncooperative. This is a patient like that. In such cases, we have to do several steps single-handedly. I take a toothed forceps, hold the eyeball firmly at the limbus, and now I make the main incision with a 2.8 mm keratome. Now I inject viscoelastic substance single-handedly while keeping the eyeball held with the left hand. I have not released the hold. Now I am making 2 side ports with the right hand while the eyeball is still held by the toothed forceps. And now I take a 26 gauge pen needle, incise the capsule and raise a flap. And now I take ureter forceps. All these steps are being done while the eyeball has been firmly held at the limbus. Rhexis is being done here. The rhexis tends to go to periphery, but I have been able to retrieve the rhexis. And now I release the hold and hydrodissection is done. The patient is still uncooperative, but I will be able to manage rest of the steps. Another option is you can inject xylocaine in the subtenon's space on the table when the patient is already draped. There is no harm in giving a subtenon xylocaine infiltration. Now, as soon as the tip of the phaco handpiece is introduced and the chopper is introduced through the side port, the eyeball becomes so stable that the patient cannot move the eye, and these steps can be done very comfortably. And I am doing direct chop, having a firm grip on the nucleus and chopping it. So this is how you can manage a very uncooperative patient. Either you give subtenon's xylocaine infiltration, or you can hold the eyeball firmly and do all these steps. Patient is not uncooperative because the patient is having pain. I want to repeat this. Patient is not uncooperative because the patient is having pain. Patient is just worrying too much. Patient is having a little photophobia, and just like that, the patient is uncooperative. And sometimes we have to play tug of war with the patient. In this case, by this time nucleus has been managed. Now viscoelastic substance is injected. This is HPMC. Now a Simcoe cannula is being used to remove the cortical matter. Cortical matter can be removed by bimanual IA also. I also use bimanual irrigation aspiration many a time. This is a 23 gauge Simcoe cannula, and it goes through a small side port. That's it. The cortex is removed, and now we can see a lot of cells sticking to the posterior capsule. I use the irrigating jet of fluid from the irrigating probe of bimanual IA like this, and this jet of fluid dislodges all the cells sticking to the posterior capsule, and the posterior capsule gets polished very nicely. See how beautifully the posterior capsule is polished. Now I inject viscoelastic substance, and in this case I am going to use a hydrophobic acrylic intraocular lens. Here it is. Dear colleagues, this is a totally unedited video, and see, this patient is very uncooperative, and still, if we increase our competence, if we increase our skill, we can still complete a phaco nicely within 8 minutes. There are many colleagues who does phaco faster than what I do, faster than my pace, but this is okay. We should not spend a lot of time inside the eye. We should not apply a lot of ultrasonic energy to emulsify the nucleus. That's it. The lens is looking very clear. The media is, there's nice red glow, and this is cleaning of viscoelastic substance from antechamber, from the capsular bag. This is thorough cleaning of viscoelastic substance. So in this video, what I want to emphasize is that don't hesitate to give a Subtenon block if the patient is uncooperative. Sometimes you can manage in this way. Hold the eyeball, fix the eyeball firmly, holding it at the limbus with a toothed forceps, and then do several steps, initial steps, single-handedly. After cleaning the viscoelastic substance, this is the final lavage. The antechamber is formed and the case is concluded. Thank you very much for your attention. Hope this video will help you in developing your skills.